Okay guys, now let's start with the negative of Bajaj Dominar 400. The first point will be the windscreen. Original stock windscreen which come with a Bajaj Dominar 400 is not at all useful. When you are terming this bike as a power cruiser, you should have given a bigger windscreen for wind protection for the rider. But the original stock windshield which come with this bike is really small, and it is not doing a justice to this bike character. As it's a highway cruiser, they should have given a bigger windscreen. That's it, nothing else. You can always go for aftermarket windscreen. What I have done to my bike is from Sahyadri, and yeah, you can call him and get this windscreen at your home. Now the second negative point about the Bajaj Dominar 400 is front suspension. Guys, I have seen a little bit of a problem with the front suspension of a Bajaj Dominar 400. Some of the Bajaj Dominar owner actually having oil seal leak problem. So there is little, I don't know what's wrong with the oil seal, but my oil seals are really in good shape and condition. I hope I don't have any kind of a problem with the oil seals. And apart from that, I also have a problem with the front suspension, as they are very hard in the nature. I wanted little bit of on a softer side, but yeah, Bajaj have put it in a harder side and we cannot adjust it, so we have to live with the hard suspension. But I actually want them to be a little bit on a softer side. That's my opinion, guys. That's it. It's my video, it's my opinion. Third negative thing about this bike is really a petrol tank. Guys, if you can see, this petrol tank is really a big and huge, but the capacity it holds is really lacking, man. 13 liter is really not enough for the power cruiser. And when you open this portion, there's actually lots of space to empty, which left empty by Bajaj people, and they have not used the full tank. It could have been easily around 16 or 17 liter, but it's just a 13 liter, and but the tank range is around 300 km per full tank. So because of a good fuel efficiency, this bike actually can do a 300 km on a one full tank. So yeah, but I wish Bajaj could have given a bigger tank, because the space is there, guys. If the space is not there, I can understand, but the space is there and you have not utilized the full potential of the bike character and chassis. But yeah, I wanted a bigger tank, man. 15 or 16 liter you can easily have put in inside it, but you are not want to do it. So yeah, that's in my negative list. Fourth negative thing about this bike is ground clearance. Guys, the ground clearance is really good, but actually on a speed breaker, when you have a pillion with you, you are that this box which actually connect to your silencer, this box actually hit on a speed breaker. So that is a negative thing. Means if that is going to happen, they could have reduced that box size, whatever that is. I don't know the technical term, but they could have reduced it, or maybe they could have bring a bike a little bit on a higher size, so that that thing won't be touching any ground. But that is not the case. So the ground clearance on this bike is not up to the mark, guys. So a big speed breaker, you gonna scrape your underbelly, and yeah, that is a negative point. Now about the fifth point, guys, this is not really a negative point, but I have to consider it I have to put it in a negative point. That is the vibrations. Guys, actually this bike really vibrates after, I guess, 85 km/h, and after 85 km your right foot peg and your handlebar will vibrate, and then you will have not enjoyable ride, because sometimes these vibrations does get you, and you will get annoyed with these vibrations. But guys, you have to understand that it is a 375cc engine, and below 85 this engine is really a very good engine, very refined unit, but after 85 little bit of a vibrations. Those vibrations are not that much as a KTM, but as you are given a very smooth engine in the starting rev band of this engine, that is till 85 km/h. So because of that, after 85 when the vibrations kick in, you will feel it. Okay guys, in KTM you will feel the vibrations the time you started your engine, but in Dominar it is not at all like that. After 85 or 90 km/h you will feel a little bit of a vibration, and that is not very much, like that is not a very big issue, but vibrations are there, so I have to talk about it. Okay guys, so these are my 5 negatives about this bike, and hope you like my video. Keep supporting, keep subscribing guys. Bye bye.